Good morning, students. Let us start with the third unit of our English book. The page number 42. The lesson name is lesson number 17 on the water. Let us read these stanzas first, and after that, let us understand the each and every line of the stanzas of this poem. Let us start with the reading. In our little boat to glide on the water blue and white, while the sky is smooth and bright, what could give us more delight? See the ripples, how they run, twinkling brightly in the sun, while reflected you can see the shadows of each hill and tree. See the lilies round and large, floating near the reedy marge, where the bulrush has its place, and the heavy water maze. See the great green dragonfly, and the swallow skimming by. See the fishes spring and gleam, ere they splash into the stream. See the bright kingfisher too, dart a gleam of green and blue. These are all around our boat on the water whilst they float. Now, as we have completed the reading of the poem, let us understand each line of the stanza after reading it. Let's read the first stanza and understand it. In our little boat to glide on the water blue and white, while the sky is smooth and bright, what would give you more delight? So, in this poem, the poet is describing the scene as he is moving slowly in his boat on a wide blue stream. The sky is smooth and bright, and the poet asks us the question that what could give you more delight than this? Delight means what? Happiness or joy. Glide means what? Move slowly and smoothly on the surface of the water. So here, the as you can see the picture. So the poet is experiencing whatever he is seeing while he is riding the boat, and what he is telling us when he is going through the boat is moving very slowly on the surface of the water, and the water, how the water is blue and white, and the sky is smooth and bright at that time, and this is giving you delight means what? Happiness and joy. What could means he is asking the question is what would we is going to give you more delight than this, more happiness than this. Now let us learn the second para or the second stanza of the poem. See the ripples, how they run, twinkling brightly in the sun. So here, what is meant by ripples? Ripples is little waves on the surface of the water caused by the wind or by something moving on the water. As if because of the wind, or the boat is moving from the water, then you can see the small waves are moving on the lake or the sea area. So that is what we call as ripples, and that ripples is shining very brightly because of the sun. While reflected, we can see shadow of each hill and tree. So here the poet is telling, when we are moving from the boat, we can see the reflection of each hill and tree in the water. So as the poet observes the way of ripples in the water move quickly, twinkling brightly in the sun, and he says that he can see the shadow of each hill and tree reflected in the water. Now let us see the next para. See the lilies, round and large, floating near the reedy marge, where the bulrush has its place and the heavy water maze. So here the poet is telling there are large and round lilies near the edge of the water. and there are tall grasses grow, and where you can see the grass like plant like the bulrush, wetland grass like plants, and the water maize. So here the poet is telling that at the edge of the water there is large round lilies are being grown there, as well as the tall grasses grow. The plants like bulrush also grow there, and the heavy water maize. Now let us see the next stanza. See the great green dragonfly and swallow skimming by. Skimming means what? Moving by quickly. So here, when you are going through that, you can see the poet is seeing a big green dragonfly and a small bird, the swallow. So go quickly by means when he is going through the boat, he is seeing a big green dragonfly as well as the bird, that is swallow, when he is riding the boat. And that bird as well as the dragonfly is going very quickly. See the fishes spring and gleam ere they splash into the stream. Now the poet is telling he can also see the fish spring out. Fish spring out means what? The fish is coming out of the water, jumping again and going to the water. And the water bodies reflected the sunlight before they jump with a splash into a stream. Now, what the poet is telling in this stanza is, he can see dragonfly as well as the swallow bird is going very quickly. As well as he can see the fish. The fish is coming out of the water and jumping into the water again, and it is creating a splash of water in the stream. See the bright kingfisher too, that a gleam of green and blue. These are all around our boat. On the water whilst we float. So here the poet is telling when we can also see, we can see the bright kingfisher green and blue. Means the color of the kingfisher is of green and blue. Can be seen by darting here. Darting means moves suddenly and rapidly. When we are going through the boat suddenly and rapidly, we can see the kingfishers. And all the insects, birds, plants are all around the poet's boat, which is floating on the water. Whilst means what? Wide. Okay, so here in this poem, we have seen a scenery, right? As the poem is being written and the picture is being given. So here the two people are riding the boat, and the one is a poet is experiencing all the thing, whatever he is able to see when he is going through the boat. The first thing what he has seen in the first stanza is when he is moving from the water, he has seen the water is blue and wide and the sky is smooth and bright, and he is telling this is the happiness. Okay, and then he is asking us the question, what could give you more delight, more happiness or joy? And then when he is moving, you can see here the large lily. The plants of lilies are being are round and large, and they are floating near the reedy march, and there are large plants, green grass like plants, that is bulrush, are also there here. And when they are moving through the boat, because of them the small waves have been created, that is what we call as the ripples, and that ripples are twinkling very brightly in the sky, and he is seeing the reflection of hills and trees in the water. See the green and while he is going, he can see different kind of insects, birds, plants, when he is, which is floating near the or he can see in the tree the kingfisher he has seen, the dragonfly, the swallow bird is moving very quickly, and the fishes are jumping and creating a splash in the stream. So this all things he has experienced when he is going through the water. And the poet name is not mentioned in the poem. So today we have completed the poem, that is On the Water.